Hello, everyone. The aim of this recording is to give you a brief overview of the tasks you need to complete by week 2. I'm going to share my screen now, and I will talk you through what we need to be doing this week. So hopefully, yes, we can see an infinite number of collaborates. So this is week 2 is now available. The title of week 2 is the goal of an organic synthesis. And if we click here in Learning Resources week 2, you will see the description of the week. So for this week, what I want you to do is to continue revising some key reaction mechanisms in organic synthesis, because when we reach the sections of the module in which we explore retrosynthesis and proposing synthetic pathways, I really need you to be very familiar with the type of reactions you can use. Otherwise, it will be a struggle to assess potential synthesis for compounds. I've also included some information about, of a more philosophical nature, a chapter talk about the goals of an organic synthesis. And I've also put online the requirements for assessment 1. So the first thing you need to be doing will be on Monday to attend the Collaborate session we are going to have in the afternoon between 2 and 3:30. You have already here the exercises we're going to be solving in that session. So in this first session we're going to have together, we will look generally at the structure of the module and requirements of the assessment, and we will also do some revision exercises which are based on what I've asked you to revise in week 1, which was a general naming of functional groups and classification of functional groups in levels, and some key reactions to transform functional groups within the same functional group level, and going up a functional group level and down a functional group level or 2. So you can already, if you choose to, have a look at the exercises for Monday. So when we do them during the session, they are more familiar and you can get more out of the session. I'm also giving you, asking you to read a book chapter. It's chapter 1 of the book Organic Synthesis: The Science Behind the Art. It is available from the RSC website. You will need a free Royal Society of Chemistry Publishing personal account to access this book chapter. It is free. You don't have to be a member. You just have to give your email address and a few details and come up with a password. So please, if you haven't done it already, open your publishing personal account in the RSC website. And if you have any doubts of how to do that, either contact me, post in the discussion board, or have a look at the video from week 1, overview of week 1, in which I talk you through how to open the account. I've also provided a link to the assessment 1, the logbook, which is available in the assessment area, assessment content section, assessment 1 logbook. So I've published already the instructions for the 2 tasks you're going to have to complete for the logbook. And the instructions are both in PDF form and in Word document. And the reason for that is because the second task expects you to analyze some spectra, NMR and mass spec, and sometimes depending on your computer, the Word document might change where the spectra are positioned. So to avoid confusion, I've given you the PDF version. They're both identical, so look at one or the other. I'm also asking you to look at this resource, your guide to scientific writing, which is available from the Science Toolkit Blackboard. This is a direct link to that PDF. It is a document based on common mistakes that we lecturers encounter over and over again when marking a student work in terms of scientific writing. So I'm asking you to look at the document. It is 24 pages, but it is quite a large font and it is quite readable. It provides specific examples of things that students and staff sometimes get wrong and how to rewrite those paragraphs what the problem is with that particular paragraph and how to rewrite it in a more scientific academic way. So I'm going to ask you to look back to your assessments from last year or from the previous years, either marked by me or any other lecturer, and identify one or two points that you think, one or two issues with your writing when you look at that guide, that you think need addressing, two or three, a couple of changes that, looking at the guide, you identify yourself you are doing in your writing and how to correct them. And if you are not doing any of those mistakes, then fantastic. Then look at the things that you are doing right and that you should keep in your writing moving forward. The last part I'm asking you to do is to prepare for the workshop for week 3. In week 3, we will in that workshop we will revise the chemistry of benzene, electrophilic, aromatic electrophilic substitutions, the order of substituents. When you're doing a substitution in an already substituted benzene ring, where will the second substituent go? You can look at the Blackboard for Inorganic and Organic Chemistry. There was a section called the Chemistry of Benzene. And there are also links to a book chapter by McMurray in that second year Blackboard. I have uploaded here the PowerPoint presentation that we used last year when looking at this section, in case it's useful. But please go back and look at your own notes and remind yourself of the reactions that you can do when you have benzene groups. And finally, I'm asking you to post in the discussion board any question or comments you have. I've set up 2 forums. One is a general one, and one I called it assessment, and that is specifically dedicated to any questions about the assessment. I will stop recording now. I will stop sharing right now. I will go back to my image. You're always welcome to email me. Any questions, any doubts, emilia.bertolo@canterbury.ac.uk. However, if you post your questions in the forums, then we will all benefit from my answer and from our discussion. I am subscribed to both forums, so I will get a notification in my email when you post something. So I find myself answering the same questions over and over and again from the students. And I think that the experience that you all bring to the forums, the questions you are asking, will benefit not only you, but your fellow students. So that's all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this was useful. Please don't forget our workshop on Monday, and please revise what I ask you to look at in week 1, functional groups and general reactivity, so you can get the most out of that workshop. Take care.